Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents, students, and all those kids all over India planning to sit for their NEET and JEE main and advanced examinations or the entrance test. My name is RAVI NAIR. I have a 23-year-old daughter who is a doctor who has just completed her MBBS and going for further studies. I understand the chaos, the imbroglio, or the problems which the parents have to undergo, the children have to undergo. My sympathies to all those kids who have been taking the trouble to get themselves prepared right from March, April onwards. The issue which needs to be looked into is, besides the fact that we are bothered about social distancing, we are bothered about various other issues which have been a matter of concern to all of us, is the number of months we are going to lose. We need to understand when it comes to both the engineering and the medical. What I can say it with absolute amount of strength is the MBBS students, the first year students have to undergo a very strenuous and a tough curriculum in the very first year. That's anatomy. An MBBS student gets almost around 8 months to complete 100 chapters, which means there's absolute less amount of time. We have already lost almost 3 to 4 months. At the same time, once these exams are held, these entrance exams are held, we have another admission and the counseling aspect of it. What we need to understand here is we need to go ahead and further, before I go ahead with the solution which I had in mind, which I thought I could put it across to the 26 to 27 lakh of students who are planning to sit for the NEET and JEE examination. I understand the anxiousness, the anxiety the parents have been undergoing, the teachers have been undergoing, the students have been undergoing. But my question remains, why is the parliament session delayed from July to September? Why can't the 547 people, if all is well when it comes to COVID, why was the parliament session not held on time? It has been postponed. When you are insisting that the NEET JEE exams should be held at a specific time, why hasn't the parliament session started? That is one. The other is, if all is well when it comes to COVID, why has the BCCI been given the permission to conduct the IPL in UAE? Is UAE the most ideal place to conduct IPL? Is UAE free of COVID? Is UAE the safest place without COVID cases? On a set day, that's today, the 27th of August, the UAE as a country which has a population of 95 lakhs, that is not even the population, that's much lesser than the population of Mumbai. They have 67,000 cases, and every day they have a fresh case of almost 425 cases. Why is IPL shifted out of India? If all is well, when according to the politicians who are insisting, or whichever the department is involved in giving them the permissions, why were they allowed to go to UAE? Why can't it be conducted in India? If entertainment was everything, and if advertising and revenue generation was everything, why is it not being held in India? So the answer is very simple. You are forcing the children, the 27 lakh children, to sit for the exam in spite of COVID. But you are more bothered about the parliamentarians who will, once they attend the parliament, they may be afflicted with COVID, or the cricketers will be afflicted with COVID if they play the matches here. So the question is simple. If BCCI can shift the IPL to UAE, that apart, UAE is not the ideal destination. I would say Taiwan would have been a better place to shift. So I come back to my question, why are we forcing the kids with this idea of having this, forcing that examination on them? My sympathies to all of them. That includes the educationists, the teachers, the parents, the students, and the parliamentarians and the politicians. Do not make it a political issue, but come out with a solution. And I felt the solution would be in this manner. We could shift it, today being the 27th of August, give them a 1 month full gap, and let's have the exams on the October 1st. And it can go on to the 13th or 14th or 15th of October, which means the kids have a safe period of 1 month to get themselves prepared. They'll be away from the irritation, unhappiness, frustration, anxiety, and all those things. That's one. Instead of having one center in one city all over the country, why can't we add 10 times more? Like in a city like Mumbai, we have one center. And in Maharashtra, we have 22 centers. So why can't we have 10 more centers each? So every student who resides in a specific place will have to travel for not more than 6 to 7 kilometers to reach his examination center. And then all that protocols and SOPs and all those things can be followed as they were planned earlier. So the easiest way is increase the number of centers so the number of students to a specific center reduces. Stop all those parents who are above the age of 50 from coming to the center. Let the kids, in case they could avoid, that would be the better way of doing it, or otherwise their close relatives or some elders or cousins or somebody could drop in there who are between the age group of 25 and 35 if need be. That's the other way of going across. And further, every college or every examination center or a school where the examination is going to be held, the NEET and JEE examinations, could have 6 classes. Each of these classes could carry 10 students, which means we have 60 students appearing in a school. That could cover, in a city like Mumbai, we could have 10 different schools, and 10 schools could carry the number of students. Each of these schools or colleges or examination center could carry 10 students at a time. That would take care of the social distancing and all those SOPs and the COVID protocols which are to be followed. So my humble request is shift it to October 1st to October 13th. Let the students get one full month of time to study and increase the number of centers. That's one big way of conducting this examination, and at the same time see to it that in the next 45 days after the exam results come in, they complete the counseling, admission and all those things involved with it. Because as I said once again, anatomy as a subject has 100 chapters, which on normal occasion it is too tough and strenuous to complete these chapters. At least we could do a very fine job of giving them more amount of time to conduct these chapters over a period of time after once the children clear their examinations. So please understand the children, please understand the parents, please understand the educationist, and I would say the politicians need to act fast. Thank you so much. Due respects to the Supreme Court orders, I had this suggestion. This is my personal view. Thank you. This is Ravi Nair here. My numbers are 9969 336 188. This is Ravi Nair here. Thank you.